Today here I'm at the Soft Robotics booth with Harley Green, Head of Business Development at Soft Robotics. Harley, tell us a little bit about what makes Soft Robotics so special.
Awesome. Yeah, so we're doing really something that no one else in the industry is doing. We're combining soft gripping with machine learning and AI with 3D vision to solve some of the most difficult to pick items and applications in the industry.
That's fantastic. Why don't you take us back and show us some of the specifics of what we're looking at today?
All right, great, let's go.
All right, so now we're inside the Soft Robotics booth. Harley, tell us a little bit about the core technology that has made Soft Robotics the unique gripper solution.
Great, so we actually offer a modular gripping solution that is both IP69K rated and food grade. So we can operate in the harshest of environments, but one of the key value propositions of our gripper is the fact that it's modular. If your project changes, if the scope of the project changes, if the product itself changes, marketing wants to make a change, we can accommodate that. We can change out the configuration. We can make it very simple and easy for the customer, the integrator, to go and solve these problems, change on the fly.
Does that help customers to reuse some of the equipment that they purchased from you? Go from a 2 gripper to a 4 gripper if they need to?
Yep, so we can do parallel grippers with 2 fingers. We can do circular grippers with 4 or 5 fingers. Wow. We can scale the size of each one of these grippers for various products that you might run into.
Yes, sir, yes, sir. So I'm familiar with the base M grip that the Soft Robotics first launched with. I always remember those blue fingers. We always remember the blue fingers. What else is new that we're showing here today?
Sure, so we have a new gripping product that actually has built-in force sensing and grass detection. So why do we need this? Why is this a benefit to customers? Well, customers want to know that they've successfully picked a product and that they've successfully delivered a product. Now, that's just one piece of it. The other part of this is we're actually able to measure the quality of the grasp. So we can actually adjust robot speeds and velocity to accommodate a less than ideal pick, right? We're doing a lot of these bulk picking applications.
Yes.
You don't always get the best grip on the first try.
Right.
So we want to make sure we get the best possible delivery of that product to the package or wherever it needs to be. So we're actually able to use machine learning, understand the product and the dynamics of it, and adjust on the fly due to the grasp quality.
I bet you that really increases the throughput of the work itself.
Yep, increases throughput, make sure that you get good product delivered every single time.
All right, so Harley, we've talked a little bit about that core gripper technology. Tell us a little bit about what else we're seeing up here.
Sure, so we also have our controller module. This actually gives us high speed, high performance, and durability of our M-Grip gripper as part of our M-Grip AI solution.
Okay.
Now we also have our perception module. This is our 3D vision solution. We mount this right over the robot work area, and this allows us to do real-time object tracking. So you can put a whole bunch of bulk product on a conveyor, feed it into the robot, we recognize it, we can pick it, and as things move, as they do, as pile dynamics change, we recognize it on the fly, we pick a product potentially at its new position. Only ones in the industry doing it.
So are these still IP67K washdown compatible?
So both our gripping technology and our perception modules are IP69K rated.
69K. Fantastic.
Yep, so you can wash these down indiscriminately, use them in some of those really harsh food environments that we typically run into.
Perfect, perfect. I know that's going to help our supply chain as it comes to protein and food production, which has been an interesting topic the last couple of years.
It sure has. We've certainly seen the challenges in that industry. We very much have embraced them and gone after it. It's a core piece of our business.
Wonderful. So, am I seeing an intelligence module over here too?
Yep, so we also have our intelligence module. This is a critical piece of our solution. We use AI and machine learning to understand the customer's product so that we get effective individual segmentation, if you will, of the products as they come in bulk. So whether we're doing a bin picking application or we're doing a conveyor bulk picking application, this recognizes each of those products in a pile and also gives us the ability to do some additional intelligence like classification of different products that enter the robot's work area at the same time, as well as doing sortation and inspection.
That's fantastic. That's a lot of horsepower.
A lot of horsepower.
Well, let's go see how some of these systems are being used in real applications.
Sure, let's go.
All right, Harley. So we've looked at some of the grippers and the components. How are they coming together to solve some of the challenging applications we're looking at?
Yeah, great question. I mean, some people might know us as a food company, but we do so much more than that. a lot of the challenges that are presented in food, particularly labor and floor space constraints, also apply to industries like e-commerce and logistics. So order fulfillment type applications. So we're actually taking our gripping technology, again, pairing it with 3D vision and intelligence, and we're taking that over to e-commerce to do order fulfillment out of bins. So you've got products where I might order something off of Amazon or Walmart or whatever it might be, and that needs to be put into a box. That needs to be shipped to my house. Well, how does it get there? Right now, it's very heavily reliant on human labor. A lot of these people cannot get human labor anymore. Humans provide a lot of value in that. What we're actually trying to do is we're actually trying to take the human element and now apply it to robotics in a way that no one else has ever done, with a lot more flexibility and agility as well.
So right behind us, we're looking at plastic containers, which are slick. They're a little bit of flex to them, difficult to grasp. Sure, always been a challenge for robotic applications. But I hear that you guys can even tackle polybag gripping, which has been really challenging for a lot of robotic applications.
Sure. So yeah, we don't just do plastic parts. We don't just do secondary package parts. We can do polybag picking. Right? We know that the returns industry is massive. Right? There are so many 3PLs out there that are just processing returns, and we can actually do that. We can help all of these retailers with their labor challenges. We can handle polybags. Garments and polybags are very difficult to handle application. We can do it. We can do it at high rates of speed and high reliability.
There you go. That's fantastic. But I think you've got one more application that's even more challenging than this.
For sure.
All right, let's go check that out. So Harley, we've looked at some of the consumer packaged goods, those difficult, hard to grasp plastic objects. But now let's look at food processing. Tell us a little bit about what Soft Robotics is doing there.
Sure. So, food processing, very labor dependent. There is an enormous need for labor in that industry. There's a lot of very dexterous processes that have to happen. Guess what? There's no labor to do that anymore. So we're going after that. We can handle, today we're showing off handling chicken flat handling at high rates of speed. But the reality is these products are slippery, slimy, tacky. They generally show up coming down a conveyor in just a big mass. And people are really good at being able to identify the product, being able to use their hand to handle the products in various ways and different orientations. Robots have traditionally not been able to do that or do it very effectively. We're able to do that very effectively at high rates with high efficacy. Something that really no one else can do. We're going after this problem head on in poultry, all different types of proteins, red meat, pork, seafood, you name it.
All right, so Harley, not only does that help us increase our efficacy and our throughput for these work cells, helping to take some of the pressure off that supply chain issue that we've had for the last couple of years, we're also helping to keep workers safer, aren't we?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, with the minimal amount of workers available, you got to make sure that you keep the ones that are available safe and separated from each other, right? Leave those dull, dirty, dangerous jobs up to the robots, right? They'll work, they'll really do the grunt work that, really people can add more value to in other areas. So yeah, human labor, keeping people safe and separated from each other is a critical piece of what we're doing.
Wonderful. All right, Harley, so for the folks who aren't lucky enough to be here at Automate Show this week, where can they find out more information about Soft Robotics?
Great, if you aren't here today, come visit us online at softroboticsinc.com. Reach out to any of us. We're always here to help. And again, we're doing applications and solving problems for all these different industries in a way that no one else has ever done.
Thanks for your time today, Harley. Really appreciate it.